What's going on, everybody?
That's what that is.
I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon, fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We are live and alive.
There you go, dude. I did it.
You pieces of shit.
I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day.
You know what I mean?
Yet another day here in sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. That's right. Some of you will immediately notice that I have changed the lighting in this room. That's right. I switched it away from my previous top-down studio lights to back to the old Elgato light. I think it's probably a little bit better. You should probably thank 100 Thieves Valkyrie for that. I finally got around to her suggestions and switched it up a little bit. That's right. The other one was too surgical. The other lighting was way too surgical. It just felt like a fucking cold surgery room or something. You can see every goddamn nook and cranny. It was making me look worse than I actually do. Looks like you're in a Wes Anderson film because of the fit in the lighting. White balance looks fixed. You no longer have the C word pass. Yo, you're crazy. Anyway, you went from off left lighting to lib left lighting. Yeah. All right, listen, folks. Live and alive, and this is the part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news about what's going on. Yeah, I put the Mexico filter on. Anyway, time for some personal news. You know what I mean? It's time to tell you what I did between the moments where I pressed stop streaming and the moments where I hit start streaming. Okay? That's what I'm here to do. Wait, hold on. What the fuck is this? Is this here normally? I feel like I just fucked something up on my computer a little bit, and I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, yeah, last night I ended the broadcast. Had some chicken. What else is new? Okay. Then I watched some more season 2 of Vinland Saga, which has been pretty fun, which has been pretty cool to watch. I've been appreciating and enjoying it. I'm a Vinland Saga enjoyer and appreciator. Hold on one second. I gotta look at something here. Okay, I gotta fix something here. All right, fixed it. All right, anyway. Did you see the naked sex doll under the bed in Atomic Heart last night? No. I have not yet. Do you chicken for breakfast? No, I do not have breakfast. But if I did have breakfast, I would chicken for breakfast. It's called an egg. What is this? Look at the difference from a screenshot. What do you mean? I know the difference. I did this today. I did this morning. I'll tell you all about it in a second. Inside Fiji's violent doomsday cult. Love that. Like, I'll tell you what the difference is. Here, you want to know? I tested it all out this morning. Here. Look. That's what it is. That's what it used to look like with top down with the studio lights on. This is what it looks like with the top down with no studio lights. Even more blue. That's what it looks like with just the Elgato light and no studio lights. A little too dark. And then this is what you see in front of you. Elgato with the studio lights on. The difference between these two is studio lights versus no studio lights. A little bit, it's basically a little bit lighter. The color is a little bit lighter. When the studio lights are off, the color is a little bit more blue. And then the Elgato with no studio lights is very dark. Shadows are too pronounced. The darks are too dark. But with the Elgato and the studio lights on, I no longer look as tired. The Macy's, thank you for the fat playlist. Ohio train derailment highlights growing concerns about safety. Love that. Anyway, are you ready for a blizzard in LA? Yeah, I'm not, but I'm actually fucking worried, dude. I'm legitimately worried that, like, I'm not going to be able to fly to Japan. I'm not even kidding. I'm not ready for the LA blizzard because I'm not going to be in LA. But I'm also legit fucking worried that, like, this storm is going to fuck my travel plans up. Motherfucking Antifa ass blizzard, bro. Chill. LA infrastructure is not ready for any kind of blizzard. Okay, so that's going to be annoying to experience. Also, I got to mention something here. Real quick before we get into anything. Apparently, California police are reportedly searching for Angus Cloud, star of HBO show Euphoria, for an alleged hit and run. So, at a certain point in this broadcast, we might actually be watching another police chase, as we often do on this broadcast. And that police chase might feature motherfucking Euphoria's very own Angus Cloud. And if that's the case, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. That's going to be awesome. I obviously absolutely love crime, as you guys know. And it's even better if it's done by a D-list celebrity. All right. Anyway, where the fuck are we? What are we doing here? What are we talking about? This is part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news, about what's going on in my life. Anyway, I watched Vinland Saga and ate chicken last night. Nothing noticeable, nothing memorable happened. Now, then I went to sleep. Then I woke up. Honestly, updates on my back pain. Back pain is like very manageable, so manageable that I've decided I'm going to be playing basketball later today. Originally, I thought maybe I'd be able to do basketball with Golden, but he duped me. Okay, he duped me. He's hanging out selfishly with his friends. Not his friends, sorry, his family. So we're not going to be able to do that, but listen to me. Listen, I do have a couple homies coming through, and this is going to be mostly like a test, basically. Mostly going to be a test because I'm going to be swapping. I'm going to be doing a hot swap again from the desktop stream to the backpack stream so that I can easily, seamlessly transition from desktop to backpack like I've done before, because that's actually going to be a test for the Japan streams. Mauricio, aka March, is going to be here for that. He's going to be coming over around like 5:36, and then I'm going to go play some backpack basketball. So yeah, you're going to be watching your boy play a little bit of basketball. Okay, so get excited for that. Hopefully that is exciting. Florida is introducing the Empower Bigots Act. We'll talk about that. Who will have the backpack in Japan? I will have the backpack in Japan. Are you going to dunk on some people? I can't dunk on people. The thing is, do dynamic warming up if you have no pain while doing it. I approve of basketball. Your simp physio here. I did that yesterday. I did that last night. One of the best parts about having your own house, living in your own house, instead of living in a rented apartment, is that you can be as loud as you fucking want usually. So last night, I literally, I played basketball indoors in my house. I just like ran up and down my hall as a homeowner, making sure that I could just like move around with ease, and it feels good. So I think I'll be all right. We'll see. Giant kid in a house. I mean, that's basically it. Yeah, that's. The American dream is being able to fucking own your own home and then be able to play basketball inside of your own home. It's pretty fire. Anyway. See Mark Elliott's response to Ethan on Twitter? I did not, and I don't care. There is no One Piece updates at this moment. Yes, I changed the lighting, and yes, it does look top tier. Do you ball in the Kyries? Yes, I do. But yeah, so that's it. And then this morning I woke up, I did a bunch of work, I fixed my lighting. I've been talking to some people, finalizing the Japan streams and what we're gonna be doing. Talking to people out there for collaborations. I've been doing all that. I fixed my lighting. You know. Bro, you look dim. Change it back. You are probably alone. This chat rides Hasan holy. This is the only part of the broadcast where the chat is actually positive, because I haven't gotten to my like regular news broadcast. So that's it. This is literally the only part. The rest of the part is just the rest of the experience will, trust me, be the exact opposite, where people look at everything I say in the least charitable way possible. I missed yesterday's gaming part. Do you like the USSR game? I do. Anyway, so yeah, that's there's a lot going on. I need to be mean then? Fuck you. No, please don't be mean to me. I have a very weak heart. Okay. USSR game. With cornball. Vlog. Cornball dialogue, drama, news. Santos. Ruled by Pierce. Morgan. Argument cornball dialogue. Reacts. And basketball streams are back. We got it all. Anyway, all right, here we go. I'm blasting off already. Might want to ask Moss to pin a comment about the lighting. Otherwise, people are going to be mentioning all day. I don't really care. It's overall good. Did you try the game in Russian? No, I don't want to play the. Don't play the Russian propaganda game. First of all, I will absolutely play the Russian propaganda game. I play American propaganda games every day. But unfortunately, the Russian propaganda game is not like pro-Russian propaganda. I think it's just, I think you guys missed that. You guys misunderstood that. And I mean unfortunately, because like I did wish that game, I wanted that game to be different. Like I wanted that game to be unique. I wanted it to be like it just breaks through the monotony of everything you see, like fucking Reddit ass, soy ass, Marvel Cinematic Universe ass, Funko Pop ass content. I thought that it would be a little bit different, considering that it's like, you know. Considering that it's like supposed to be by Russian devs, it's not. It's not good. You want a Disco Elysium? Yes. Disco Elysium is an incredible game. One of my favorite games of all time because it's got really interesting... I mean, Disco Elysium feels like a game made specifically for me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they personally made that game for me. USSR game, Atomic Hearts, doesn't seem like it was personally made for me. Like it was made for a Western audience. Disco Elysium is incredible though. Another Ray suggestion is also that the Telltale games, The Walking Dead. I never actually watched The Walking Dead, but I might play the Telltale Walking Dead game. I guess it's like really good and really fun to play on stream. I mean, the first iteration of Disco Elysium was voiced by most of your friends at Chapo. Yeah, I know. I'm saying Persona 5. Persona 5 is the exact opposite of the type of game I'd be able to play on stream, okay? Anyway, we got new lighting. We got drama news. We got drama. We got news. We got George Santos Grilled by Piers Morgan. We got US Star Game with Cornball Dialogue and Reacts. And basketball streams are back. We got it all. Get in now. Okay? Blast the fuck off, baby. They are coming out with the Expanse Telltale game. Anyway, I was wondering why bro looked extra crisp today. New lighting. That's why bro's extra crisp today. My boy watching you play Atomic Heart last night was stellar. The story behind Persona 5 starts with trains mysteriously crashing all over Japan. Listen to me. You can't try to get me interested in this game only because it has trains in it, okay? I see what you're doing. I see what you're trying. I'm not going to be fooled by you. I'm sure you're able to do windmills if you got a fast break, right? Or you can at least dunk from under the basket. Now you're lifting heavy ass weights, so I assume you can do all that. No, I still cannot dunk. I have played Wolf Among Us on stream before. It's a wonderful game. Have you gotten to this part of the Soviet game yet? No, they fucking lied apparently also. Like, it's absolute bullshit that there's no 6-hour sex cutscene between the main character and the mechanical ballerina twin. Why not? I mean, actually, why not? Why the fuck not? I mean, that would have been experimental. That would have been unique. I mean, it's like... Anyway. The Metro game series is trains and guns and Soviet post-apocalypse. Yeah, no, I know. 6 black men versus 1 secret white guy? What the fuck? How is that even... What? What? Dude, Jubilee is so unhinged and I'm here for it. I'm glad that I'm glad that the content keeps getting more and more insane, by the way. They've absolutely fucking lost their minds. The Cut does this too. Every damn day, there is a new and more unhinged fucking, there is a more unhinged Cut video out there. There's every damn day, there's a more unhinged, silly ass fucking Jubilee video out there. And I'm here for it, dude. I feel like they're just making it for me. Okay? I feel like they're making this content just for me, dude. I fucking love that. New Vice panel on education just dropped. Conservatives debate liberals on U.S. education system. That guy, I'm pretty sure, is a conservative speaker, okay? Is Vice doing that thing again where they only fucking have, like, conservative speakers, like professional conservative PR people going up against normie liberals? Is that what's going on again? Because if that's the case, well, I'm not surprised, 1. And 2, very annoying regardless. They need to stop that. Oh, speaking of basketball, some more personal news updates. Now that we blasted off, I'm going to get to the news immediately. But before I do that, one last personal news update that I got to give y'all. I talked to Charlie because some of you people in the chat said Charlie is a baller. Moist motherfucking Charlie, Florida's very own Florida man, Normie Jesus, okay? Florida Jesus, Normie Jesus, whatever you want to call him. And apparently he does, because I hit him up and I was like, word on the street is that you're a baller, sir. And he said, yeah, I used to play basketball way back in the day, until I stopped playing when I got to college because I couldn't make it out in the collegiate level. But now that I got a basketball court in my warehouse, I'm actually getting back into it. I'm feeling the rush and the excitement of ball. Like I just opened up a new dildo, a kind of dildo with a Suckmaster 17 that I've never seen before. A dildo that's made of pure gold, you know? When you open a new box with a new dildo and that feeling that you get, that's exactly the type of feeling I have. So yeah, I've been getting into basketball again. And I told him when I go to fucking, when I get to Tampa, we're balling and he's down. I'm very excited for this. So yeah. I did not know that he was a baller, but I get very excited when I hear about that sort of thing. Can you react to Elise Capil's video essay that focuses on you too? The left is too problematic. I've heard about this. I don't really fucking care that much. I mean, I don't really do YouTube essays, as you guys know, about the left especially. But I guess I got a mention here somewhere, and it's like she's a fan of mine. I hear.
At all, scripted for the day. Twitch streamer Hasan an inbox asking for period advice. The Texas governor Rick Perry was also sent hand-knitted and crocheted uteruses through the mail. Today, one of the most prominent figures of left-wing vulgarity politics is Twitch streamer Hasan. Coming from the Young Turks, he has built a strong fan base. He has converted a lot of people to left-wing values and is therefore part of the US political landscape. Hasan's popularity comes from his authenticity and rejections of both conservative and liberal politics. During his streams, he educates his audience on left-wing politics, including class struggle, feminism, trans rights, anti-racism, etc. He's been classified as part of the Dirtbag left, which is itself described as an anti-fascist, anti-conservative, anti-centrist, anti-liberal ideology, anti-political correctness, anti-inequality, has a disregard for civility, opposition to the wealthy, and support for redistributive economic policies. The Dirtbag left isn't worried about not pleasing pleasing everybody. It doesn't care about electability. It rather seeks to breach politics with entertainment to
Fair.
make left-wing politics fun. But among all the antis,
Fair.
one is causing more problems than the others. Anti-political correctness. That's precisely this aspect of the dirtbag left that has caused Hasan Piker a lot of trouble. I personally regularly watch.
Bro, I feel bad about the auto-generated subtitles absolutely cooking her, okay? I mean, it's like, it's just the auto-generated subtitles are just like she's very clear in her use of language, and yet the auto-generated subtitles are being absolute fucking asshole to her for no reason, okay? Just insane. Like, she's not... Anyway.
Watch his content, as I find most of his takes to be very good, and I'm happy to see him stay strong and compensate for the influence of conservative institutions like Fox News, the Daily Wire. On the other hand, I'm sometimes taken aback by the gym bro casual misogyny and the fact that his lifestyle doesn't always align with his values, which is something I think people with influence should be conscious about. But Hasan is left-wing. He's a socialist, he's pro-feminism, pro-trans rights, pro-minority rights in general. And he's also proof that being left-wing doesn't mean being virtuous. And that is something people...
I mean, gym bro misogyny for working out? No, I mean, first of all, didn't she say you shouldn't be buying expensive shit? Yes. Of course people say that. Everyone says that all the time. It is a byproduct of like liberal consumer-based activist attitudes, okay? It's just, that's what it is. I don't really personally care. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's virtuous to like buy. I don't, I'll just explain it like this, as I always do, okay? Yeah, I buy dumb shit, okay? Of course I do. I like it. You know, it's not, I'm not buying it to like advance the socialist cause or whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, no, I have money. I have a lot of it. And I like buying shit for myself that is like insanely within my normal, like my budget, I guess. And also, I think everyone should be able to buy dumb shit. You know what I mean? That's why I always get mad whenever motherfuckers are like, oh, you have an EBT card, but you're buying steak. It's like, why? Or when people say, oh, you're on the government dime, but you're buying drugs. I'm like, why not? Like, people should every now and then have the capacity to enjoy themselves. If they enjoy a little bit of alcohol consumption in moderation, if they enjoy a little bit of drug consumption in moderation, like, why the fuck should people not be able to do that? Just because you're poor doesn't mean you should be, you should only be living in the way that like people have decided for you. And the same goes for, what I do as well. I don't think I'm like buying anything that is exceptional. Okay. It's not like I'm fucking going around buying yachts or buying anything that's unethical in regards to, buying homes, multiple homes so I can be a landlord or anything like that. I don't like the austerity metrics that we abide by or we have to abide by. I'm a human being. I'm a normal guy. And I think it's fine. That's your anarchist streak? What do you mean? Saw people going crazy on a woman because she treated herself to an expensive meal for Christmas when she was homeless. Let people do them. Yeah, that's like, it's very, very, very frustrating. Bourgeois guilt goes to 11 with leftists. Yeah, I have no guilt purchasing shit that I have no guilt purchasing stuff that I have the capacity to buy. And neither should you. Are you ashamed of being rich, and should rich people be ashamed of it? I say yes. I think it's important to stay as humble as possible. So if shame is the mechanism that allows you to stay humble for the wealth that you have generated for yourself, then good. Yeah. The Depop resellers are 100 times worse than you. Yeah, I saw a tweet. This is such a fucking Zoomer specific tweet, but I saw a tweet that said, Depop resellers are the landlords of our generation. It's such a funny fucking take, dude. I love that. Thank you for whoever came up with that. Anyway, Just spend money that makes you and makes others feel good. Yeah. You are super patient to put up with this rhetoric. They're directing too much criticism to where you advocate for virtuous action when the right deserves this far more, and even some of the left, but not you. I wholeheartedly believe you're consistent on the letter, on moral grounds for the things you advocate for. You aren't telling people to spend as much as you anyway. I mean, like, dude, I make idiotic consumer purchases. Everyone does, like literally everyone does, and they do it at their own level of finances, right? Everyone does it. I mean, every single person in this chat has done an insane thing that they've purchased, and that's perfectly valid. It's a part of being human. Okay, I place no virtue in that level of consumption, especially when it's like frivolous spending. You know what I mean? Like an impulse buy, or even something that you purchase that you want to purchase. You know what I mean? That you always wanted. Like buying a Porsche instead of a Tesla. No, that was not an impulse buy. That was actually literally incredibly well thought out. Yes. And I stand by that decision every day of the fucking week. What do you mean? I bought a Taycan, bitch. It's like infinitely better than a Tesla. As someone who's driven Teslas, it's like, dude, I don't fucking. What are your thoughts on consumer activism? If it's like I only buy clothes from union-made sources, I mean, I don't. I try to source all of my, when I'm selling clothes in the form of merchandise, I try to make sure that that is as ethical as possible. Okay. But like, the fuck do you mean? I don't buy only from union made sources. Like that's an insane thing. This does not mean that there is no cap. And I don't mean that in an on a stack type way. There is no like cap on what kind of spending is insane. Yes, I think that if I was out here buying like a fleet of vehicles, okay, multiple cars, even then it's like, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's like people, my sentiment on like purchasing shit is that it is completely silly to just hyper focus on that. It's just a very expensive hobby. What do you mean? What's a very expensive hobby? When people shame you for buying an expensive item when you're not a materialistic person. Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers have Warhammer 40K figurines. You know what I mean? That shit's expensive as hell. Some people are really into cars. I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean? I'm not. So. Those Mischief red boots are insane, you got to admit. Yeah, insanely ugly. But if I like a piece of clothing that I've always wanted to buy, like I talked with the Throwing Fits guys about this. When I was poor, okay, or when I didn't have a lot of money, because there was points in my life when I had affluent beginnings, okay? My parents never let me buy anything, but it doesn't matter because I had affluent beginnings regardless. But when I was living on my own as an adult, okay, I wasn't fucking rich. I wasn't even wealthy. I was actually broke as fuck. And when I was broke as fuck, I always wanted nice clothes. I just never had the capacity to purchase them. Why are people treating this one criticism of you as she's shitting on you? No, she's not shitting on me at all. I'm sorry. I wanted to mention this. This person is not shitting on me at all. It's just something that I think about a lot. Yeah, no, and it's perfectly fine for a fan of mine or someone who watches me and you guys as well to you know, disagree with certain things. Going to TJ Maxx to get oversized clothing that didn't fit, like Mark Echo shirts. Yeah, I mean, look, the goal is to change people's relations with the means of production. The goal is not to necessarily fucking decide who gets to purchase what. That's, I think, kind of stupid. In my entire life, unless I dramatically change how I make money, I do not foresee myself getting to a level of wealth that would dictate that I am like a system changing level of wealth, and instead of like fucking, instead of, I guess, I don't know, arming revolutionary groups in the third world or something, I just use all the resources to fucking buy yachts. Crazy how much people bastardize the house thing too. People to this day think that you bought it cash and that's some Playboy mega mansion. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a nice house. Anyway, let's keep watching.
Believe in the religiously infused good versus bad, virtuous versus evil paradigm struggle to accept. The left-wing movement.
But I do agree. You don't have to be a good, virtuous person to be a leftist. Okay? I think we associate leftism with virtue because everyone deep down inside operates under the assumption that sharing is fucking caring. Okay? It's a $2.7 million house. Motherfucker, you're saying that, but like your mom and dad are living in the same exact house. It's just not in Los Angeles, okay? Like, do not misunderstand me. It's a very nice house. But like the only reason why it's $2.7 million and not $400,000 or not $500,000 is because of where it fucking is. And I have no control over the fucking housing market. And I didn't buy it with cash, okay? Regardless. Yeah, the dumbest part of the house saga is people acting like you pay cash for it. I know. People think like I just dropped 3 bills on a fucking house. Like I had a bag full of just, you know, I had a bag full of Benjamins and I just popped in and I was just like, haha, instead of funding the orphanage down the street, I've decided to purchase this home with cash. It's like, no, man, I fucking put a down payment and I pay a goddamn mortgage. Shut the fuck up. Average house in California is $700K. Bro, California is literally the size of nations. You really think that like where I live currently is the same as like the entirety of California? The fuck is this? Is people are so stupid whenever this conversation starts. Yeah, bro, Bakersville. Like, or Bakersfield. What the fuck? Sacramento. There are Fresno. There are plenty of fucking places where you can get a, you know, you can get the same house for much cheaper. Why the fuck would I live there? That's not, you know, this is my base of operations. This is where I live. Anyway, whatever. All right,
isn't solely made of virtuous people, and it doesn't have to be.
Discourse concerning rich socialists. Like, whenever some big leftist, usually Hasan, buys something extravagant or whatever, shows off that he has money in any way, there's a conversation often had by conservatives, but also by good faith leftists, talking about how he's not an authentic socialist, about how it's, you know, it's hypocrisy or whatever. The argument that to be a leftist means being a good person. And no, it doesn't. It absolutely does not. But the point of leftism very much is not to come out with a new breed of human being, to pretend that we are somehow the elite group.
Yeah, this is such a good fucking take, dude, because it's just like, no, we watched this on stream before. It's true. Like you can be a fucking asshole even, okay? You can be a fucking asshole, okay? And still be a leftist. It's just like ridiculous. Your values are what matter, okay? And like the reality is I don't even think you're a fucking asshole for buying a house. I just don't. If I did, I wouldn't have bought it. You know what I mean? Like if I thought it was immoral to and antithetical to being a leftist, rather than what other people misconstrue as being a leftist, I wouldn't have done it, okay?
Of the best people who just do all the best things, and that's our ideology. All it is fart smelling. It's a fart smelling discourse. That's my take. Goodbye.
What's the line where someone has too much wealth? I don't know. People ask this question all the time. I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like the distinction made in the past. The distinction made in the past was obviously your relation to the means of production. I think that still holds a little bit of value, but ultimately, you know, fucking, we are at the precipice of labor billionaires. You know what I mean? Done what? You behave in the exact same way as all other streamers, media personalities do. You're the same as them. You accumulate capital using leftist aesthetics. Yeah, I definitely do that. As in, like, the leftist concepts and the leftist values are not what I truly firmly believe in. You're right, Hasan, I'm suicidal. You're so smart. I didn't even say anything yet. 25-month subscriber. What the fuck? Why? Dude, every fucking argument is literally just like, I personally am losing my mind, so I'm just going to fucking yell at you right now because I don't have enough money to go to the therapist. So, like, this makes me feel good. What the fuck is this? Please, chatter. If this frustrates you, if this hurts your feelings, I suggest you know, take a day off, okay? God damn. How the fuck do so many long-term community members turn into, like, weirdos like this on a dime? Anyway, my point is, it is not a virtue nor a vice to go out and, like, fucking buy a house, especially a nice house, okay? Not. There's no value associated with it. Now, does that mean that you can just fucking turn around and, I don't know, buy a chateau, a castle, buy a fucking home that, like, displaced, I don't know, disrupted the natural ecosystems and, like, displaced an orphanage or some shit? No, I mean, obviously there's, like, limitations to that. It's more vibes based for the most part. And that's the reason why a lot of people use the vibes of, a lot of people use their arbitrary line to say that's bad and whatever. But ultimately, I think that this has absolutely nothing to do with, being a leftist. Now, something that I always mention is being a leftist grifter, right? Like, whenever people say you accumulate money by adopting leftist aesthetics, I find that to be strange, because if that was the case, if this was a profoundly lucrative line of work, you would have more people going left rather than going right. And it's always people going right on the internet. So, like, if you yourself are a leftist, how the fuck do you see the world every goddamn day and you see so many motherfuckers on the right with massive audiences, with $50 million fucking contracts that are being given to them, okay, with billionaires lining up their fucking pockets and go, no, it's actually, leftist entertainment is literally the grift. To be fair, there are a few leftists like Dore and Lawrence Southern, etc. Jimmy Dore literally went right. What are you talking about? He went independent and went right. And the second person you just mentioned is unironically a white supremacist. What the fuck are you saying right now? Did you just use an example of people going left as a part of their grift and mention a white supremacist who worked with white supremacist terrorists and a guy who literally is just straight up on his right-wing tilt? I think deep down you have to recognize a cognitive dissonance it takes you specifically to live a balanced life as a financially successful capitalist. No, it doesn't take any cognitive dissonance to recognize that, because you do not understand the fundamentals of the things I talk about. Okay? If I was a capitalist, I would be accumulating capital. Okay? I would dump the money that I earn, okay, on this website into accumulating capital. The difference between your home and a house that you purchase specifically to rent out is that one is a home that you live in. Thank you, has too many channel points for the 10 gift subs, versus a house that you bought as capital. But unfortunately, a lot of you do not understand this distinction And that's fine. You literally come to me to recognize the distinction, right? You're supposed to be. You're supposed to not know. I get that. This is the fundamental misunderstanding. VS, thank you for the 14 gifted subs. I think the metric is we can materialistically expect to provide this for everyone outside of capitalism. If yes, then I think there's no reason to not live your best life. It's not expensive, but material excess. That doesn't mean no inequality, just less waste of resources. We can afford to put everyone in a house as nice as yours. We choose not to. Yeah, I mean, maybe not single family zoning, probably, but anyway. That person left. You're a priest and a politician and father to 27K at this point. Big bro. Has too many channel points. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. I am not a priest. I'm not a father figure. And I'm definitely not a politician.
In FD Signify's recent video, Hasan commented on the phases of cancellation he faced and concluded the following.
People make it seem like you're a bad person. You're a villain. You're right. Immoral. They have to moralize their content consumption, and they have to also moralize like the kinds of content that they don't like. And this is ironic because this is a very liberal tendency, because liberals have no way of doing materialist analysis. It's antithetical to their worldview, and therefore they like to harp on cultural signifiers. And ironically, that's why you get this like, my consumption is saying something about my morals. That's why I'm consuming good things and not bad things. That's why there's so much cultural analysis.
Now, the criticism that is addressed to Hasan is often the criticism addressed to the debate bro sphere in general. And I want to separate Hasan from that sphere in a way. Vulgarity is no longer used as a way to fight against the powerful to appear authentic, but rather to distance oneself from the wokes. In other words, political incorrectness becomes synonymous with hate speech. So we have 3 things happening at the same time. 1, the respectable left, party politics left, rejects vulgarity to appear electable, legitimate. 2nd, the woke left, I hate the term, but you know more or less what I'm referring to, tend to have a very strict moral compass to ensure the left-wing movement is as virtuous as it can be. And 3rd, the not like the wokes, leftists that don't believe in morality, are okay with being perceived as evil, and tend to turn vulgarity towards the powerful into political incorrectness against the powerless. And while that does not constitute the left in its entirety, it is the image people have of the left. That's why I wanted to make this video, to remind ourselves of the people who don't fit into those boxes. Those who fought against the powerful using average people's tools, vulgarity being one of them, and who knew what they did was wrong according to most people's standards of what is right or wrong, but who did it anyway, opened doors and said what most people were scared to say out loud. Those people did not believe in objective morality, but they believed in doing what they thought was right for them at that time. And that is exactly what we mean with a term like avant-garde, where the
What's really funny about her, what's really funny about this like scene that she has is that it's the exact same color grade, is the exact same color scheme as the when the stream F's on Twitch thing that pops up. So every time that pops up, I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, it just looks like a not like this Twitch F screen. Anyway, yeah, I mean look, she's right. Okay. She's right. I'm not gonna conduct myself in a way that is, appropriate by everyone's standards, but I shouldn't need to. I'm just doing my own thing. How about you do yours? You know what I mean? That's all I got. Your vulgarity makes you appealing to right-wingers? Good. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm a human being. I'm imperfect. I make idiotic fucking purchase decisions, and ultimately, if you think that says something about my personality and you can't fucking support me, then that's fine. Some of you make stupid decisions like gifting a whole bunch of gifted subs at the top of the hour, okay, to save others from seeing the top of the hour ad break, which comes at the top of every hour. It's a 3-minute ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, you can make a silly purchase. You can buy a $5 a month gift, $5 a month sub. You can gift others a gifted sub. You can use your Twitch Prime if you have one. Okay? It'd be boring as fuck and would have no viewers. Yeah. Pondering Porpoise, Jolene Kujojo, Chozo, and Agoraphobic Misanthrope. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Cat Schmack, Dalden7110. Thank you for the 5 gifted. My point is, I'm a fucking normal dude who, happened to be very successful because he got very lucky. Okay? I work hard, certainly, but, luck is a major factor, as it is in everyone's lives, okay? And in everyone's accomplishments. The channel is Elise Capel, by the way. She's a Hasanabi head as well. I think this is a thoughtful video. Go check it out. Give it a like. Something I always like to stress is that, you should probably stop hyper-focusing on what individual spending looks like. Or even when we're talking about problematic figures, stop hyper-focusing on individuals, recognize that they are products of the system itself, and focus on systems themselves. Be kind to individuals, be ruthless to systems, as, Michael Brooks used to say. Rest in power, Michael Brooks. Be ruthless to institutions and systems, and be kind to individuals. As far as my own brand or the way I conduct myself, it might not be up to par with what your expectations are of a leftist content creator. But, I've had this exact same expectation from people when I had 35 viewers. People wanted to change the way that this stream worked when I had 35 viewers, and people still want to change the way the stream works when I have 35,000 viewers. But clearly, it is what it is. You're not going to agree with it. If you enjoy it, enjoy it. Stop placing so much emphasis and so much value on it. I would be drinking my ass off dealing with this fucking community. No, I was thinking about that earlier. This is drama related, but Doo Daff, friend of the show, 39 Daff, wrote an apology. I'm not going to talk about it too much. We're moving on. But she wrote an apology to white people for literally the crime of defending me and during my cracker saga. And she's been cyber stalked nonstop and harassed nonstop in the identical ways. In the identical ways that I have been for, 4 years, 5 years now. Many of you are familiar with that. Or not 4 years, I think 3 years. But regardless, not everyone has the capacity or should have to deal with that kind of thing. So she apologized, hoping that would get people off her back a little bit. And, things that these people do, things that these fucking cyber stalking weirdos do is just try to destroy every interaction that you might have with other people, destroy interactions that you might have with brands, to try to take you down, try to push you into a dark corner and have you become unbearable. And if you don't know how to navigate through that space, and many people don't know how to navigate through that space because why the fuck should they? It becomes impossible to operate. And I mean, you see the consequences of that happening to me specifically. Misconstruing people's statements and sentiments, and then turning around and trying to cloud every interaction that you have, being in your replies on Twitter, fucking spamming it 2 years later, being this guy that you're talking to is actually an anti-white racist, watch out, that kind of thing. People do that, and they're fucking mentally ill, and there's You know, there's nothing you can really do about it. There's no way to deal with it. People do not have a good understanding of how to deal with it. And I think it's insane, but yeah, I understand why people do that. Please say walking dandruff one time. Walking dandruff. Yeah. It is what it is. Fuck was I going to say about that? Why did I bring that up? Oh, I brought that up because like, and this kind of, I guess, ties back to fame and success. But yeah, I mean, I realized that this is something that I shouldn't have to deal with, but I deal with on a daily basis every single fucking day. And it's not a, oh, you know, look at me, my life is so shitty. But I did think back to a time when I was like just up and coming on Twitch before I had to like think about every little thing I say because of how it might get misconstrued and weaponized for years and years later. Before all of that, I definitely did have more mental clarity. Like, I was definitely a happier person. Any white people who think their battleground of racism is harassing an Asian woman on Twitch deserve zero charitability. Fuck those people. I know. But I think, like, sometimes you just cave. Because it's just not a battle that you can fight every day. Because it's not worth it. You know what I mean? And I feel terrible. I wish I could protect my friends. But, I don't know. Gets better. 4chan weirdos in the wild. This is what those racist anti-Semite incels you run into online sound like IRL.
You guys know race mixing was illegal up until 2000. Race mixing was illegal up until 2002. You're gonna give up 50,000 years of evolution if you mix up with this dude.
Are you filming us?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But you,
Just look
but
awkwardly.
no, you realize that race mix, it's going to give up 50,000 years of your evolution, right?
I mean, this Twitter account, unfortunately, does sometimes post a lot of fake videos. I don't know if this is another one, but...
There's 2 billion of those people being born because of...
Did you know that it's actually better evolutionary to, like...
No, it's...
Oh, my God. Please don't debate the fucking white supremacist incel loser on the you know, eugenicist virtues of race mixing versus not. Oh my God. Yeah, like there's no reason to deal with these people. Honestly, all you got to say is just like, you're a fucking loser. This is the reason why your parents don't love you. If you spent less time doing shit like this and more time bettering yourself, you'd be not the fucking dark stain on humanity that you currently are, and instead would be a productive figure that isn't constantly thinking about would the world be a better place if I didn't exist in it. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
I'm not going to talk science.
No, it's
I'm
not.
a scientist.
No, it's
I'm
not.
actually am a scientist, and I'm not going to talk about this.
Literally, if you... Literally...
Like, look at how excited he got at the prospect of having to debate this.
Literally, you're just throwing down your genetic line. For sure. Pretty much, you're just LARPing. You're LARPing as a European in America. If you had any actual like heart and integrity,
Hey, homie, are you
then
done?
you'd
Sorry,
go back
I'm
to
not
Africa.
interested.
Are you done?
What are you, a Jew?
Are you done?
Are you Jewish?
Are you... No, fuck no, man. Are you done though?
No, but I'm saying.
Did he say, fuck no, I'm not?
No, fuck no, man. Are you...
God damn. What is going on? That was a bit crazy, the way he popped off on that. He's beating the Jewish allegations, guys.
You done though?
No, but I'm saying the truth.
No, hold on.
I'm
Hold on.
saying,
I know.
though,
But
like,
are you
I
done?
am a scientist, and you
Stop
are
that.
wrong.
Stop. He's
So you.
Hey, it's done now. It's done.
So you think?
You stop that. Stop
No,
that.
you-
Homie, stop.
You think hybrid vigor is a thing?
Bro, film me, bro. Film me.
Okay.
Film me. Just stop.
What?
Stop that shit.
I mean, he's good. He's good. Bro got hit with friendly fire. No. Listen, I think it came across wrong. I don't think he's like an anti-Semitic person. Okay, he's a good guy. Clearly, he's like trying to stop the fucking dude. Did he drop the M-bomb? I don't even understand. He's so nerdy. I don't know if he even. I don't know if he just said the M-word.
What are you, some SJW warrior?
Dude, I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
It's done.
white people are only
done.
7% of the world's population.
That's me. And I'm part of that. And I'm part of that. And it's done now.
And if we
whatever you're doing is done.
He said, "Fuck no," as in like I'm not fucking talking to you about this. Yeah. I know.
Intermix, we're gonna become.
Who gives a fuck, dude?
I give a fuck because
Why?
we're the only creators of society.
No, we're not.
At this point, you have to recognize something incredibly funny, and it's like, dog, why don't you go save the white race by having white children with your cousin or whatever that you want to do? You know, make sure the genetic purity is lined up perfectly for you, instead of harassing random drunk strangers out and about. You know what I mean? Because, like, brother, you are never getting pussy. Okay? You are literally never impregnating someone. It's just not happening for you. So, you know, just focus on that, man. Literally, focus on yourself, please. This guy has created nothing and is not capable of creating anything. This guy is on his We Were Roman shit. Yeah, exactly. But no, he's not. And, you know, we're not going to even discuss the ethics or virtues of that either. But you assume with his personality, a woman wouldn't get a restraining order after meeting him. I mean, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's just like, this dude is done.
Oh, net migration only flows into white country. It doesn't flow into.
Just stop.
Exactly.
Stop.
Hey,
Walk across the street.
okay, name me one black country that you would want to move to.
Name me one.
Yes, name me one black country that you would move to.
Like, this is the thing about, like, debate lords. It's like the way to counter that is by describing what has happened to black countries, I guess, if you want to call it black countries. Okay? But it quite literally is a consequence of us stealing from these profoundly wealthy nations, actually. Wealthy in the sense of natural resources. It's just that, like, you know, we've stolen from them. We've robbed them blind. So, all you got to do is turn around and ask them, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you saving the white race by populating it? The counter, that is with a well-placed redacted. Yeah, no, we're not going to.
Right here, just go.
Name me one black or brown country that you would move to. Everybody moves into white countries. Everyone moves into white countries.
Fuck is a white country, dog?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because you don't have a retort.
Shut up, dude.
I would love to be rich in any black country or any country in general. It's just like I'm not going to get into the morals of whether or not it's acceptable to harm this person. Oh, Eddie Burback had a fire tweet. You're a socialist if you continue to buy groceries that are withering away and dying? It doesn't make much sense to me. And I read most of the Percy Jackson books all by myself, so. And is this a vote for Hasan is also a vote for family values?
You guys hate Hasan because, number one, he doesn't care about your opinions. Number two, he's extremely successful.
The
Number
GOAT.
three, he could, if he wanted to, bang your mom.
Boom.
And that's just the truth.
So all
That's
you
just
need to
the
vote
truth.
for Hasan so he doesn't bang your mom.
Guys, you want to know why?
True. If you vote for me, I will not have sex with your mom, I promise. Unless she's like... Unless you've been a really bad chatter. Okay? In which case I might. Arguing that European countries were justified in stealing from other countries at gunpoint means that you're okay with people stealing from you at gunpoint? Yeah, I know. Might is right politics is fucking great until, like, that shit comes to your doorstep. You know what I mean? And nobody wants to think about it like that. Not just you either, just like your entire familial lineage. Oh, man. Nick and Milena are my most consistent defenders in an otherwise sea of people who love to fucking do the classic Hasan is bad memes. And I really appreciate them for it.